How are you? It's Buck. Welcome to Bacon Trees. I was asked to make a video on multi-camera video production for live events. Janet, thank you for giving me the idea. And that's a great topic. I don't know why I didn't cover that in the past, because I certainly have recorded video at many live events, and I have a way of doing it depending on how many cameras are available, how many people are available. At our 2012 show at the El Macombo, I chose to use 2 stationary cameras on tripods, left and right of the stage. And then we also used the overhead camera that the venue supplied. But it was standard definition, so I'd cut that in every once in a while. Anyways, I think I got some pretty good coverage at that event. Our audio at that event actually went through like a sound card with individual channels. So the audio was quite elaborate because Dave, who is the second guitar player in the video, he recorded it and mixed it. Or Jamin was actually in charge of the controls, but Dave set it all up, and Dave actually was able to mix it track by track. So it's actually a really good sounding live recording. But you can't do that every time. If you ever find yourself with only 2 cameras, I think one should be on a tripod and one should be a wild cam or something, where the one on the tripod can zoom in and get close-ups and go for wide shots, etc. And that could look interesting. We did one show at the Lee's Palace years ago with Test Monkey, or Throbbing Hoods 2.0, and we had a professional camera operator. He was great, and he got one crowd microphone, so open microphone, and one direct feed from the board, and I mixed them together, and I put the board feed in the middle, so the monophonic board feed sounded in the middle, and it had all sorts of punchiness to it. And then I took the open microphone and I hard panned it left, copied and pasted it right, but put them slightly out of time, a few milliseconds, to create what's called pseudo stereo. And it actually sounds pretty good. I don't mind that sound at all. So that's how we did that.
Cause what I'm taking took its toll on me, cause I'm bruised, battered, tattered and torn. Broken bird, baby, weathered and worn. Bruised, battered, kicked to the ground. Been to heaven, hell, I'm back around the block and all the way around.
With a band called Little Feat, I have never met Little Feat. I know of them, but I was asked to edit a multi-cam production for them for a song called Sail in the Shoes. And that was kind of cool. They sent me all the footage, and they must have had a professional multi-track mix, of course, because it sounds amazing. But I was able to choose what camera angles I was going to use for the thing. I did some split screen. I thought that was kind of cool. And the main camera for the Vista, like the wide shot pointing at the stage, they could zoom in a bit here and there, and I could always cut to the other cameras as well. So if you're going to pare it down, I'd suggest taking like a camera on a tripod, frame the stage, right, and then have a wild camera. And then, roll them both at the same time, so that, like, if the singer gets up and says, "All right, how's everybody doing today?" just use their first vocal to sync both audio from the cameras.
So you guys have a choice now. Do you want harder or faster? Both. Okay, we're going to do harder.
And that way they'll be in sync, of course. But you always have to get a board feed of some sort, because the board feed is going to be the direct feed and sound really, really good. So you can do this with like stereo board feed, which is ideal, and a stereo open microphone, and combine them somehow. So you might have to have a separate audio recorder. You could even have something as simple as a Zoom H1, take an auxiliary send out of the mixing board and go into the recording device, and then have an open camera microphone. The wild camera, as it's moving around, isn't going to be very usable, right? So if you're gonna have an open microphone, it's going to be from the camera that's at the back of the room, where it's not moving and the microphone's picking up everything without like the camera perspective changing, which of course if you put the microphone on the camera and you do wild cam, well, the sound is going to keep changing and sound pretty bad. So you don't use that sound except for syncing up. So that's pretty much it for, recording like a live show. I have several examples that I'm going to put in this video, link below and stuff, so you can actually see them and hear them, right? And I'll put like titles and descriptions on, maybe I'll put it somewhere in this video, where you can know exactly how it was set up and where the sound source was coming from and how it was all recorded and put together. For editing, I use Vegas Pro. So I'm using Vegas Pro 17. I might upgrade to 19, which will upgrade to 20. I also sometimes use on my laptop Vegas 11 Pro, but Vegas has been my choice of video editor software because I work mainly on PC, or always on PC, and it's a great program. They fixed a lot of bugs in the recent version, so I have no problem with it. Anyway, my 2 cents recording live shows. Thanks, Janet, for the suggestion. Cheers.
I heard the sound of silence too many times, it makes me sick. I've been lost everywhere, and I've learned a lot of tricks. Some people swim in sorrow, I have friends who swim in pain. Well, they don't know anything, but they got dance to do again. Maybe tomorrow, you'll get tomorrow, your old friend. I don't know everything, but I'll dance with you again.